As I told you last week, this week's vlog is a bit different. And I asked you to leave some questions last week, so this week we're gonna answer all of them. If you see some cuts in this video, it is because we're traveling and I will use the free slots available to answer your questions. That also means that sometimes we might have a little special guest in our show, so say hello! Anyway, I will answer your questions. And there we are, back again. As you can see, I'm already back in my office because basically my plan failed. I had some expectations about the vacation inside our caravan. It was the first time with a caravan, first time with a baby. Things didn't go as well as I thought they would. I didn't find the time to record the Q&A. I'm deeply sorry for this. I disappointed you over the last 2 weeks, but I hope I can deliver all your answers in today's vlog. It is over 30 degrees today in Germany. This week we're gonna reach the 40, I think. It will be a crazy week, so I will use the time now to answer your questions. Oh, and by the way, that's a nice cold brew. If you have a special cold brew recipe, let me know. I really enjoy this just with some milk and ice, and great for the hot weather. Okay, so here we go. Question number 1. Where did you go for a vacation? We actually rented a caravan the first time just to give it a try. We traveled to the south of Germany as a first station, then to Tyrol, I think that's called it, to Meran, then more to the south to the Lake Garda in Italy, and then a bit up to the Dolomite, and then back to Germany. So just a few stations, but all of them were great. And I will actually include a few clips that I recorded on the travel during different questions. Just as a small side note, I actually record this and reading these basically for the first time. So I copied them from YouTube and I now read them for the first time, so you get my unfiltered response to all your questions. I see you use Storm Spirits, it's in the back voice line. What games are you playing besides Dota 2? Actually I just started again playing a bit World of Warcraft with a friend, but just to catch up with an old friend. Besides that, I actually don't play a lot, mainly because of the baby, which keeps us active most of the time, or the business stuff that I'm working on. Otherwise, yeah, well, in general, I play some games on the phone in between whatever tasks. So, like, currently I play, what is it called? Shop Titans. I played Rise of Civilizations, I think, or Legions, I don't know. So, just some random iPhone games in between. I used to play a lot more when I was younger, like all the Counter-Strike stuff and shooter stuff. Final Fantasy and whatever, but things have changed, so right now I'm just a casual player, I guess. So question was in German but also in English. So how you get your motivation to program an application, or how you stay motivated on a topic? Well, first of all, because it's my business and I have to earn money. So if I'm not interested in Ionic anymore, I still have to run the academy to earn income and to do some freelancing work. So one part is of course my business motivation. On the other side, I don't know, I just like to create things and that motivates me. So if there's like a problem that I want to solve and I know I can somehow solve it, I'm really motivated, and I think that's also one of the main reasons why I like software development, because I can basically solve all my own problems. Great video, I have a bunch of questions. Thanks first of all. Is Ionic Academy your main source of income, or are you freelancing on the side? Yes and yes. The Ionic Academy is actually my main source of income, but to this day it is still not covering all my expenses to 100%. I earn quite a lot from it, but the problem is that we pay a lot of taxes in Germany, like 50% of all the income is gone right away. And as a self-employed person. It is actually quite hard because I also have to pay my insurance or my health insurance, which is about 800 euros a month. And then I got the rent for the house and, well, everything else, like paying for things, all the contracts, the gym, food. Okay, I'm going in the wrong direction. The question was if I do freelancing. So yes, I also do freelancing or consulting, as I call it, for a reason. Mainly because I want to make a bit more income, and also because I really enjoy working on real projects. The Academy is just teaching stuff, just like the videos here, and I think I can't teach things if I don't stay with the current flow of where things are going. I really enjoy getting into the problems of a company or a client and solving them with code and experiencing the issues they encounter or that other users of the Ionic Academy might encounter. If I just come up with a blank project and got an idea for a tutorial, I only encounter just a few problems. So it really helps to get into the real mindset of a business and the problems people encounter with this freelancing or consulting gig on the side. Also from the same person, did you try Flutter, React Native? Why do you prefer Ionic over native iOS development with Swift? Basically because Ionic was my niche like 4 or 5 years ago when I started blogging, and I just kept doing it. Also, I really enjoy the approach Ionic is taking. Ionic is betting heavily on the web. So Flutter is great in terms of performance and the UI, and React Native also might be a good choice for React developers that just want to get into mobile development. But these tools have a bit different approach. They just want to build great apps for mobile, for iOS and Android, especially Flutter, but they are not really focused too much on the web stuff. And with Ionic you also can deploy as a website. You got the progressive web app stuff, you can build the Electron app as a desktop client. So it is a bit different focus, and I really enjoy the approach Ionic is taking. Since Ionic 4, the speed is also great, and I really enjoy a lot about Ionic. And simply because I run the Academy, I create these tutorials, I do the consulting, I do more of my own projects, there's really not a lot of time to try out things like Flutter and React Native. And I think you really have to become a bit better in those things to actually help people and teach them. So for me, I just passed on React. I tried it for a few weeks, a few years ago, but for me it was just too much to learn Angular and React, and so I stick with Angular and I stick with Ionic for now. Do you sell apps on the App Store, Play Store? I don't really sell them. I got like 2 free apps and currently submitting another one. In general, I don't plan to make any paid applications. I might do some with in-app purchase or upgrades, but I don't really earn anything on the Play Store. Most of the apps I did for clients are on their respective profiles, so you don't see them when you look me up. And I also just removed a bunch of apps that were pretty old and looked terrible. In the near future, I want to develop more cool apps inside my profile so it looks nicer if other people check it out. But right now, I'm not really invested in that too much. Next question. I assume that you work from home full-time now. That is right. What is it like to work on your own every day? Great, first of all, but I'm doing this now since more than 2 years, I think, and it has become the standard for me. So I know it sounds strange, and when I was working as a regular software developer, all of this here was completely my dream, and every day on the commute I was dreaming about how it would be to just stay at home every day, and now I'm doing it, and it has become so normal right now. Yeah, it is great, but it is also hard at the same time. Every morning you have to get up, you have to motivate yourself, there's no one else telling you what to do, so I create my weekly plan, what I think is important. A lot of the things I work on are not super closely tied to generating an income. So I record a video, I make a tutorial, I create a new course, And in the end, I don't know if more people purchase a membership in the Academy or not. Only if I work on client projects, I really know that I'm right now earning money. But in the other time, it is really crazy sometimes. And also, if you're on a tight budget, it can be really hard. So in the beginning, I also had the fear sometimes of not making enough and not using the chance I have right now. I could fill a whole video on that. If you got more questions about this whole work from home thing, just let me know. Then I will answer them, of course, as well. And the question continues, do you miss the office environment? Actually, yes, I do miss the office environment sometimes. I was not always happy in the office, especially when there were like colleagues that I didn't really enjoy being around, or the atmosphere was kind of strange. But if you sit here like every day and you just answer comments or Instagram or whatever, then I go down and talk to my wife and maybe play with our little baby. But I still miss these like chit-chats you have when you go to get a coffee. Just talking about whatever, talking about your weekend with your colleagues and things like that. Yes, I do miss that, definitely. And of course, sometimes I also miss like this simple aspect of just going there and doing the work that is assigned to you. Because sometimes I sit here and really ask myself what is important right now, and I have no idea. So definitely a big yes to this question as well. Also, the question continues, now a bit different. What do you do outside work in terms of hobbies? Have a great holiday. Thanks, I had. In terms of hobbies, I used to go a lot to the gym, like 3 or 4 times a week. Then we moved to this new house, which is a bit more away from the gym I really enjoy being in. And then I also started running. So last year I ran a half marathon. If you look at me, you wouldn't think it. But yes, I did it. Right now I'm not really in that shape from last year. I do enjoy a lot of sports. Enjoy like spending just time with my wife, watching series or going outside with the baby. Sometimes I still got time to play with my friends or just catch up with them. They live nearby. And then I just really like to create my own ideas and do more coding. So it's always kind of strange when I'm on the weekend doing something with my laptop and my wife assumes that I'm doing work, but actually that's my free time and I enjoy working on new ideas. They're most of the time still tied to my business because I really enjoy, or years ago I really enjoyed reading all kind of stuff on passive income, side hustle things. That's just also my hobby. I really invested in that idea that everyone can build their own success. Here I am, doing great so far, but I still want to maintain this, and it has become a big part of me to just get better with it, generate new ideas and think about things that I could do with the time that I have, because I am not employed and got a lot of time to work on whatever I decide is important. And holy moly, this video is way too long. Maybe we'll split this up into 2. Okay, now we have a problem. I recorded all the answers and they're over 20 minutes. So I think I'm gonna separate this video into 2 Q&A sessions. So you will receive the next part next week. Not because I'm lazy and want to create 2 videos on one day. No, simply because I don't want you to watch a 20 or 25-minute long video of me answering questions. And because summer is in the city, I will leave you with the last impressions of the vacation. You will see more questions next week. If you got some additional questions or like follow-up questions, you can still leave them below because next week's vlog will be edited next. And maybe I can put in your questions still if they are great and relevant. Now, enjoy the last views of my vacation. Have a great week wherever you are. If you're in Europe, I'm pretty sure the temperatures are very hot. Drink some great cold brew and I will catch you next week. So happy coding, Simon.